As a kid, I played in my dad's garage and in his shop, and I think I've always just really liked taking things apart, including cars. And when I got to be about 13 or so, my dad bought me my first Mustang for I think like 500 bucks. It was a 65 hardtop, actually, a coupe with a straight six 200, so plenty of power for a high school kid. I had always wanted to restore a Mustang and do it right in this way. In high school, I didn't have the resources or the know-how to do it. I had plenty of time, but I got some things done. I had a good group of buddies that all enjoyed working on cars. Most of them had Mustangs as well. So I was able to detail the engine compartment on that, as well as do some interior work, and me and my buddies ripped out the cowl and cleaned it up internally and welded it back on, put a new quarter panel on it. But that's about as far as it got. I wanted a 65 Fastback, and I wanted it to be bare bones because I planned on taking it down to just about nothing. So I found what was essentially a rolling chassis in Southern California and on Craigslist. And I drove down with my wife and a buddy of mine, and we picked it up and started from there. As an engineer, I tend to want to make a lot of my own stuff, so there were quite a few custom brackets that I designed and had machined, some interior bits, one of which I had 3D printed. The rear brake setup was all custom. The clutch slave mounting was all custom, so there's actually plenty of custom parts on this car. I chose the Fox Body 5.0 because it's the most modern Ford engine that can fit in this car without hacking up the shock towers. And it was really important to me to keep the car mostly original and untouched in terms of the sheet metal. Been completely rebuilt. It's got AFR 165 aluminum heads. It's got a comp cams, intakes an Explorer intake, which allows it to breathe a little bit better. Larger throttle body and mass airflow sensor. It's got a custom tune on the ECU so that I could modify the mass airflow curve, the injector brake points, the idle characteristics. Anything and everything was modified on that tune. The motors match to the T5 that also came from a Fox Body Mustang, so that allows a nice close ratio, low gears, as well as a really nice overdrive. I think at about 70, I think I'm pulling about 2,000 RPM. That's attached to the aluminum drive shaft. It's like a 3.5-inch OD aluminum drive shaft that runs back all the way to the 8-inch Ford with a Curry Enterprises track lock differential. Driving this car is great. It's got all of the sensory feedback that a classic does. The vibrations, the sound, the smell, the way the power comes on. exudes cool. Yeah, it's got more than enough power to get you in trouble.